How do you reach people outside the walls of your church? That is the $1,000,000 question. One thing that we help people do is to understand just thinking about this question and really looking at it with no open mind of, well, I don't know how we're reaching people. We have people maybe going out physically, or maybe we do, I don't know, witnesses every Saturday, or we go out to the community, or we walk around. However you have it, that's one way that you can reach people outside the walls of your church. What I want to do is present to you another way, and that's the way of taking the route of understanding how powerful the internet is. Like understanding how powerful that you can be to people on the other side of the world in places that you've never ever been, and how you can reach them, and not only reach them, but reach them while you're not having to go there. Because you got to think about in the past, what you had to do is you had to go around, you had to, maybe exchange your number. If you need something, call the church. Maybe if you happen to be in our neighborhood, you can come check and not be busy on a Sunday and have the time and the transportation to come into a service. Where most pastors here, it's tough to even get the members of your church. If you look at the list of members who have ever stepped in foot of your church, how many are still there? How many pop in and out? How many do you not see for 6 months or 6 weeks or 6 years? What our goal is to get you and your church, your ministry, your message into the online space where you have no idea what can happen with it there. It takes one share, one of your sermons that really touched the heart of someone who has a huge following that shares it, and all of a sudden your message gets out to millions of people. And here's the thing, you have to understand the world we live in now. We live in a I want it when I want it, how I want it world. That's the world we live in. So people don't want to wait for the TV show to come on every Thursday at 8 o'clock. They want to watch it all on a Saturday afternoon when they have nothing else to do. People will binge your services. They'll be in the middle of doing something, and having something in the online space means I can listen to a sermon right now. I can listen to a sermon 6 years ago. Me personally, I research a lot of T.D. Jakes' sermons, and I listen to them. The ones from he's done 7 or 8 years ago, just as relevant today as they were then. We have to understand that the world, it's where are the people? It's not how have we done it. Like, let's look at how we've done it. Where are the people? The people are in their homes. The people are everywhere. But what's with them all the time? Some kind of electronics, some kind of tablet, some kind of phone, and they're there. And you're not. So how do you reach people outside the walls of your church? Is a $1 million question. You can look in the description below. You can book an audit with us for us to help you and your church get online. We have programs. We love to walk through it, but more importantly, we love giving you the value here that you can implement today, right now. And that is thinking of that question and realizing that it can be more than it could be more than you're reaching now. You can literally start a channel. You can start a YouTube. One of the things that we really preach to the churches that we work with is to get them to have their pastors, to the leaders of the church, to have their own separate channels. That just gives more hands out there that people might stumble on, more eyes can see you, and can get them back to the church, can get them back to the main side of your head leader, head pastor speaking. But if you're not reaching, if you are not like really, I'm trying to think of what the word is, intentionally, that would probably be the strongest word I know. If you're not intentionally putting forth an effort to get your message out in the online space for it to be consumed by people, then you're leaving a lot on the table. There's a part of me that when I really get to know a church that I'm working with and we get to be close, I just say that you realize once you start doing this that everything you did before was a little bit selfish, because you have a beautiful message. And you know there's people out there who need you. And you can literally, it costs you no more money. And all you have to do is keep them in mind when you give your talk. Simple recording what you do is a beautiful start. I work with one church and that's all they started to do. And before we knew it, all of a sudden now people are watching it more. Now people are sharing it. Now one of the messages goes viral in a country that they've never been to. Now people from there are tuning in and they're sharing it. You don't know where this is going to go. But if you never share it, if you never post it intentionally, most of the churches, if there's a church that we have been working with that is online, they're just on Facebook. Think about TikTok, think about Instagram, think about YouTube. It can be the same message with just a different intro. There's so many ways that you can do it, so many ways you can spin it. But the $1 million question is, what are you going to do to reach more people outside the walls of your church is the new question. If you'd like some help, if you'd like an audit, look in the description below, but take what you learned from just right now and really ponder it and really realize that there's an opportunity for you to reach more people in a single week than you will in the whole year of people who will come into your church. That's how powerful the internet is. And you'll be surprised what will work when you start to work. And it might be a new field. Most of the people we work with is very new to them and they just want it recorded and that's it. But there's so many ways you can do it. There's so many personalized messages. There's so many behind the scenes programs that you can run. It opens up a whole nother field. But it all starts with a question, even a better question, is are you ready to reach people outside the walls of your church? We're here to help. Information is in the description below, but take what you've heard right now, run with it, and share your message with the world.